Hi, Professor Gu. This is our group, Lara, Andrew, Surdo, Rachel, and me, Juan Pablo. And we'll be presenting on the Walt Disney Company and um, how is their position in the entertainment and media industry, especially with the recent coronavirus crisis. So since its foundation in 1923, the Walt Disney Company has grown to be much more than the animation and production studio it originally set out to be. Today, the Walt Disney Company includes Pixar, ESPN, ABC, a cruise line, several amusement parks, streaming services, and more. In 2019, the company was ranked fourth on the Forbes list of the world's most admired companies. And it's interesting to note that throughout different disruptions, particularly in the media industry, Disney has achieved its stance as this admired company that is diversified along various business units. So to analyze how Disney can react and what measures they can take to maintain relevancy throughout deep disruption in their industry, and on top of that, a disruption during the coronavirus outbreak, we first need to discuss where Disney is today in its current business unit. So, Andrew?
Ever since its initial success with Mickey Mouse in the 30s, the company has created and sustained many recognizable characters and brands. Throughout the years, Disney princesses, classics like The Lion King, the ESPN family of networks, and movies like Pulp Fiction have immortalized Disney's brands. These brands have helped them create multiple revenue streams and value propositions throughout the decades. Some of these revenue streams include Broadway's streaming subscriptions, park entrances, vacation experiences, and box office sales. Their ability to create and sustain brand recognition consistently throughout the years has allowed them to adapt and reinvent themselves despite many changes in their industries. Growing from a purely family entertainment cartoon production studio to a media and entertainment giant is a testament to their flexibility and marketability. This ability to create recognition and endure change is a big reason why Disney is so admirable.
Okay. So the most relevant and ongoing force driving trends in the media and entertainment industry is the digitalization of content. The increased presence of smartphones and tablets, known as second and third screens, has revolutionized the way users are reached, creating major shifts in how relationships in the value chain of entertainment functions. Because of digitalization of content, key stakeholders in the industry, content creators, publishers, and distributors, now compete across the value chain to maximize shareholder value and win over end users. There are 5 key trends that present both challenges and opportunities to key players like Disney: video streaming, reaggregation, ad-supported video, targeted advertising, mergers and acquisitions, and killer apps for 5G. It is clear that the industry headed strongly into the direction of video streaming. 5 months ago, Disney launched their streaming service, Disney Plus, which has allowed them to more successfully compete against companies like Netflix and Hulu. Bob Iger had planned on retiring in 2020, but delayed his retirement after the pandemic began. Unfortunately, the theme parks and cruise lines have been hit the hardest during this pandemic. Because they are losing approximately $30 million a day, Walt Disney Company has been forced to furlough their employees. Their stock price has been steadily declining since the beginning of the pandemic. Analysts have estimated that the company may face an 11 million decrease in the amount of visitors across their theme parks, which would cost them $500 million. They have begun with the employees at the theme parks in California and Florida and have said that going forward, they may need to decrease the size of their workforce. However, they have had some success in revenue coming in. 5 months ago, they launched Disney Plus, which has had at least 50 million subscribers. This is one of the benefits of their business models. They have multiple revenue sources. Lastly, after they are allowed to reopen the parks, they have committed to testing all park entrants.
So ideas for future of growth of Walt Disney. It divides into 3 segments. The first segment being focusing on expanding the online platforms of Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Through a SWOT analysis, we were able to conclude that Disney has a future opportunity on growing through its global entertainment and cable TV. They can increase their viewers by expanding onto different markets and not just depend on one single market that they usually do, such as North America. Secondly, we can focus on lowering the costs for their theme parks at the international level, such as their parks in Europe and Asia. This would help us interact more with international customers and try to diversify more our portfolios. And finally, we are able to offer a virtual reality experience hub. And this focuses on creating a hub in public places, mostly focused on international areas, giving consumers the Disney magic experience without actually being at the parks. This has a less fixed cost and actually it's like opening a new park and would increase our interaction with consumers worldwide. That's it for all, and thank you for watching.